If it's Sunday, you know it must be Sunday dinner with Chef Joe. Hey everybody, and welcome to, it's actually a beautiful day, and because of daylight savings time here in the East, we still have sun. Yay, at 5 o'clock. I am so excited. Anyways, that must mean spring is coming, and if it's March, it also must mean it's St. Patrick's Day, and so I'm ready to get you ready for St. Patrick's Day. Are you ready? All right, we're making corned beef and cabbage. So, here I have this is about 3 pounds of corned beef brisket. This is what they call a gray or New England style corned beef. Well, for those in the UK, this is a salt beef, as you like to call it. But this is they call this gray or New England style, and the reason is, as you can see, it's like a more of a grayish color, gray reddish color, versus the really bright red ones you get. Those are filled with nitrates and who knows, but meat isn't normally that color. Okay, so let's go with what we know. So I've got this here. I've trimmed a lot of the fat off but I wanted to show you that you can still trim a little more if you want to. All right, let's see. Throw a little bit more on there. And you can leave on, I like to leave a little fat on because, let's face it, folks, fat is flavor, okay? Fat is flavor. All right. All right. Once you've trimmed off what you want to trim off, now we need to season it. So we're going to start off. We've got a little salt, right? A little salt. Oh, hold on. Stay right there. I forgot my pepper. Stay right there. Pepper. You know my pepper. I love my pepper grinder, right? All right, we got that. And then I've got here 2 tablespoons of pickling spice. By the way, did anybody know that pickling spice has become the new toilet paper? I mean, seriously, you can't find it. Luckily, I had some in the house, but if not, if you need to make your own, basically, it's pretty much everything in your, your dry ingredient file. Okay, it's got everything. It's got peppercorns, it's got cinnamon, it's got coriander. Anyways, I'm going to take some of this 2 tablespoons and just put them on top of here. And the reason for that is I want to really we're trying to get that pickling spice flavor into our corned beef. All right, we've done that. Now, let's take off the glove. We're going to do it all today in the Instapot. All right? I know a lot of you have Instapots out there, so we're going to start off. We're doing about a tablespoon or so of extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to put our brisket right into a really hot pan. You can hear that baby sizzling. And what we're going to do is we're going to sear that on both. We're going to give it a quick sear on both sides. By doing that, by searing it, and we can throw a little more salt and pepper on here. All right. A little more pepper. I know, you know that it's in here, so, all right. And then, so we're going to give it a quick sear. And then, in the meantime, we're going to talk about what we're going to add to it next. So next we're going to add our carrots and our onions, and we're not going to do celery today. We're just doing carrot. We're only doing part of a mirepoix. We're doing 2/3 of a mirepoix. So anyways, we got because we're adding cabbage. But anyways, so we're going to turn this over. Can you get in there? You got that? All right. Let me, I'm just trying to get so I can flip this over. This is 3 pounds weighs a lot, believe it or not. All right. There we go. So we're searing it on both sides. Okay. Once we've seared it, once we've seared it good on both sides, and I'm speeding this up for you guys right now because we got a lot of stuff to work on here. All right. So give it a good sear. We're going to bring it back out. And now we're going to add, this is 1 carrot, rough dice, a half of an onion, rough dice. Okay. And then we're going to add our pickling spice, the rest of our pickling spice, because this kind of toasts it as it's sizzling in there. I like to throw a couple extra bay leaves in all the time. All right. And we're going to stir that up really good. Can you get that? You got that? Stirring it up. All right. Oh, you're getting some good smells in there. And then we're going to add, now, we're going to what we call deglaze. And we're making corned beef and cabbage at St. Patrick's Day. Of course we're using Guinness. Come on. So we're going to start with 1 good pint can of Guinness. And that's to deglaze our pan. All right, we got 1 can in there. Now, we're going to add our brisket back in. Brisket's going back in. Okay, we're going to put this down here. All right. Now we got that in there, and we're letting that heat back up. In the meantime, we're going to add potatoes. All right, so I have here, this is about a pound of potatoes, 1.5 pounds of potatoes. You can use any kind of potatoes you want. I'm using some nice yellow potatoes here. So that's going in. And of course we gotta have cabbage. Gotta have our cabbage. Now, you're using half a cabbage in this one, so I'm going to show you guys really cool, easy way. You know, nobody likes the middle, the core. So you just cut, you can just follow right along. It leaves you kind of like a road map, really. And then when you got left is right over here, and you just kind of cut that away, and you're done. All right? So we're going to take our cabbage. We're going to throw that in there. Cabbage goes in, cabbage goes in. All right. And then we're going to throw in more carrots. This is you can throw in as much as you want. Throwing in enough for like 2 people here. As you can see, they're cut on the bias, or a nice thick cut, because you want those to stay together. Because as you know, when you're in an Instant Pot, everything cooks really tight. So you want these to be pretty thick so they stay together. So we're going to toss those in right on top. All right, now from that point on, we're going to add 1 cup of beef broth. And of course, we're going to have another can of Guinness. So 2, right? So we're going to top it with another can of Guinness. This is going to be 1 Guinnessy tasting corned beef. But you know what? That's what you're supposed to have on St. Patrick's Day, right? That's what I say. All right. That's it. So we're going to put it on. Put on our Instant Pot. This is the one part I always... Oh, well, that's why, because it's going the wrong way. All right. Put on the Instant Pot someday. Okay. And then I'm flipping this around so you can see it. We're going to put it on the... We're going to... Yep. We're going to switch it now to the meat setting. And that's about... Once that comes to full pressure, that's 1 hour. And then from that point on, once it hits full pressure and hits 1 hour, at the 1 hour point, you're going to let it start to slowly decompress on its own for 30 more minutes. And while it's cooking, of course, you got to start drinking. And that means, what's Joe drinking? Well, of course Joe's drinking Guinness. What else would I be drinking? We're having it in the food. Why wouldn't I be having it to drink? You know, I got to tell you, someday I need to get to Ireland because there's no. I mean, I've heard there's nothing better than the Guinness in Ireland. Wow. Anyways, so you're going to let this go for an hour and a half. So an hour at full pressure, half hour at decompressing slowly. And when it's done, this is your end result, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. And we're going to have it with our Irish soda bread and our hot cross buns and my Guinness. And until I see you next week, I hope you stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Make sure you pray for Ukraine and do everything we can for them. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Chef Joe Louie, or my YouTube channel, Chef Joe Louie. Until next week, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you on Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe. Bye!